Welcome everyone to our first classic review here at Magnavos. You all recognize this voice. This is Jonathan, and joining me today is Jacob. Jacob, say hi.
Hi.
And we will be reviewing the classic from 2002, Metroid Prime for the Nintendo Gamecube. When I played it, I thought it was boring.
Doesn't hold your hand, I'll say that.
I liked that. That was fine.
Yeah.
I just thought it wasn't engaging. It was boring. It was bloody boring.
Why? Because you have to explore, maybe scan some
There's
stuff.
no plot. Unless you look and you love to read.
There is a plot.
You have to read through it.
Yeah, you have to uncover it. That's what it is. People sometimes like to read. Maybe not you, but people do.
In a video game?
Yeah, why not?
Defeats the purpose of it being a video game.
Well, at least they were willing to take a chance.
Yeah.
When I first played Metroid Prime, I wasn't really too interested in the scanning system. It was something I began to like once I got over how good the gameplay was.
Well, I will admit that the gameplay is good, but it's not addicting. At least not to me. You know, the game for him is addicting. For me, I'm the opposite. It was just a one-time thing. Maybe, yeah, I beat it twice, and both times I was like, "What the hell am I doing? How am I going to continue to play this garbage?" Despite our differences, as you can obviously hear on the game, there are some things that we both love about this game that will never die, which is, number one, its graphics, its visual art direction.
Art direction.
Like,
It's like a painting. It will never get old. Now, even though it's been improved in echoes and corruption, it just looks really good, even after this time. Just like Ocarina of Time or any other of those Nintendo classics, they really just make it believable, and it looks real. It looks real. You know, it looks believable. You really feel like you're in a whole other planet in the future.
Which I still can't, it baffles me as to how the graphics still, I guess, compared to today's games. But believe it or not, it really does. I mean, looking at the morph ball graphics and, just seeing how it rolls and stuff, it's like, wow.
Like the light reflection.
Yeah, I mean, just the lighting and everything. I'm like, you can easily picture this on the Wii or on even the Xbox 360 or the PS3 easily.
Really crisp graphics, crisp textures.
And if you play it on progressive mode, forget about it. It looks even better. So, who are we kidding? Another thing we both liked was the music, which is also very atmospheric.
Music, yeah.
And just in overall sense, the way the beams were utilized. It makes no sense that you need a lava beam to open up a door. And you need a,
It's more of a classic
yeah,
Metroid thing.
But I'm just saying, other than those little goofy, classic little...
I mean, there are times it makes sense. They have a lock on and you use your missile to destroy it.
That's different. That's
I think they could have explained that with the scan entry, why the pirates use doors that Samus can open with their gun.
But, like I said, that's the only nitpicky thing, but honestly though, the beams were awesome, and the way the enemies died differently depending on the beam that you used was also
and
nice.
It's fluid. You can change beams in real time, and many of the enemies, you have to find that way. You have to change from one beam to another to get an advantage on it.
Yeah, like the final boss, Metroid Prime.
Yeah, the final boss.
Yeah, that was the very best example.
Yeah, and it's always changing almost randomly at times, and that's what makes it difficult.
Another thing that at least I think I personally loved was, now I'll admit, the whole game up to a certain point was boring, but then...
Which point was that?
The whole game, the beginning was not boring. The beginning was not boring. But once you got to the Phendrana Drifts, it was just... I don't know, it was boring for me. However, once I got to the very end of the game, right before you fight Ridley, that's when I was into it. That's when I got back into I was like, all right, let me just play this and finish it because I really want to know what happens. But again, between the beginning and between that point is the whole meat of the game. So that's my nitpicky thing that I was like, no, they could have. I don't know, I just didn't like it. However, I will admit the boss fights in this game, even though you can't see them because we're playing on a 100% completed file, the boss fights are phenomenal and they are very big and they do feel very epic. And what I like is how Jacob mentioned they don't hold your hand, they don't tell you jack squat.
Yeah, usually you have to
scan
them.
The boss.
You gotta scan the boss and then figure out how to...
In order to figure it out.
Maybe watch his movements. But yeah, they are epic, they're huge. You have to use your beams in many ways. And even your visors, that's something we haven't talked about. The visors worked really well.
And I thought how it was cool how you could the beams, you could switch on them in real time. It kind of reminded me of the Predator.
Yeah,
you just go shoom, shoom.
It's got those fan moments.
Yeah.
Sci-fi,
I also felt like I was a bit like Sigourney Weaver on the Aliens planet.
Well, the Metroid is based from Aliens. The original Metroid was inspired from Aliens. And also, hence the Samus being a woman. We don't want to spoil anything, but that's kind of common knowledge by now. And 2008.
And also, you know, the director was Ridley Scott, and then the main villain's called Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley.
So those are nice touches.
Yeah, and also the whole atmosphere of the game, the moody atmosphere,
you're
and it's scary. You're alone. You don't know.
Yeah, I will admit, I didn't feel very kosher playing this game at night.
There are times it's really dark and you can't really see much anyway. It's just come out of nowhere. It's pretty freaky. That's one of the things that a lot of people say about the game is that Metroid is scary. And also, when I was a child, I was scared stiff as Super Metroid. I was scared of it, literally. The first like 5 minutes, I was scared.
Oh, poor Jacob.
I was only like 9.
But yeah, I mean, as you can tell, I mean, if you thought I was going to totally bash on this game, I'm not. I mean, it is good. For me, it was an experience that I'm only willing to live through twice. Not any more times than that. But it is a shame, but it's just, hey, everyone's got their taste. Mine just doesn't include Metroid.
I suppose we can agree to disagree considering that we like so many other games.
That's true. A lot of games in common. But yeah, this is definitely a classic that I wanted to review and pretty much tell everybody that if you own a Wii or a Gamecube, hunt this down. I mean, just hunt it. I mean, hunt it. It's worth it. At least playing once. And really dedicate yourself to it. Because it is good. It's something that will open your eyes to gaming. And it will definitely make you a better gamer in the sense of taste and, I guess, in the sense of being open-minded to different games. Because after this, I can easily see myself playing an RPG. And, you know, which is a good thing, because right after the following year was Knights of the Old Republic. So it was, like I said, this definitely was a good game for me to play back in the day. So yeah. And that's all the time we have for this session. Join us next time, and we hope you enjoyed this review.
Alright, see you guys later.